Alright, so it's Friday, July 16th. One Piece chapter 1019 just came out today, and I want to talk about my thoughts because it's the chapter I was waiting for. um, so let me go through my list. First of all, shout out to the Where's Waldo slash Where's Nakama spread. When I have a minute, I'm going to go through that and try to find every character. Um, yeah, I consider myself a big One Piece fan, so if I miss anyone, that's low key an insult to my title, if you guys will allow me to say that. Second shout out, the Straw Hats spread with the newbie Jinbei. Love it, love it. Chef's kiss, love it. Even though Zoro was like a minuscule little part of the spread, um, but Oda wants to focus on the other characters, and I respect that. Zoro's gotten a lot of love in the manga so far, so I don't blame him. I'm not salty. So my first thing from the chapter, from the first page, actually. So Queen shoots like a laser beam, but like a brontosaurus has four legs, right? Two in the front, two in the back. Does he like use one of his legs to shoot it? If so, how would he like stand? I mean, I think he's in midair, so maybe that's what it is. But still, it's. I wish Queen had something else besides devil, some other devil fruit besides the brontosaurus model. It's lame. Oda's making it like as cool as it possibly could be. Brontosaurus, man, like who wants to go back in time to be a brontosaurus? Um, all right, moving on. Zoro being scared of needles is hilarious to me. I laughed when I saw the spoilers, and I'm laughing now as I reread the chapter because one of the greatest swordsmen in the world, who's known for using three swords, is scared like of one little medical syringe. It's, I mean, granted, it has to be a big ass syringe since he's in those rat bandages. Um, Shout out to Trigun. If my old heads will know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and he's scared of that, but he risked a whole arm to test his cursed sword. But I mean, needles. But I kind of get it. I'm scared of needles too. There. Throwback to the Alabasta arc when Crocodile fucking tore through Luffy's chest and he recovered somehow by eating some meat. But now he's on the Heart Pirate ship and he doesn't want medical attention. He wants meat after being stomped by Kaido several times. This is this is the Deus Ex Machina that you know will lead to Luffy's victory. If he if he wants meat, he's gonna win the battle. He's gonna rally. He's gonna boot and rally. So the whole Franky versus Sasuke fight, I've been super hyped about it because I believe it was King. He called out Who's Who and Sasuke as the two most ambitious members of the Flying Six. I'm gonna take that as the two strongest members as well. And Who's Who was taken out by the tank Jinbei. He's a former warlord. He's got a high bounty. He's known in the world as a strong character. Okay, makes sense. Makes complete sense. Sasuke is fighting Franky. He's one of the he's one of the mid tier characters, but he's also a joke character because of how outrageous he is. I mean, he is the American uh, Straw Hat, so it makes sense. Like American, we're kind of woozy, but he's fighting Sasuke, one of the strongest, and he's holding his own. And Sasuke, my man's is a Triceratops, and he somehow, without any like magic or fucking technology, he became a helicopter. Think about this: a Triceratops became a helicopter. I thought that was pretty cool. And R.I.P. pranks for the homies, the gifters that were taken out by um, Triceracopter. You know, you won't be remembered because nobody gives a shit who you are, but you know, RIP. um, the Franky General Suplex. We have to shout that out because it takes us back to the Dressrosa arc where Frankie was fighting Senor Pink and they pretty much suplexed each other like 1,000 times. Shout out to that. It's a nice little throwback because the Senor Pink fight was emotionally important. It didn't really matter towards the general story, but it had an emotional impact because Senor Pink's story was damn, my man, he went through some shit. And yeah, to me, this suplex was a reminder of that emotional weight. The General Cannon was also meant to be his like big ace in the hole move. It didn't finish off Sasuke. What did finish him off was the old favorite, Frankie Radical Beam. I really appreciate that. It it's Oda showing us a tried and true method and a huge throwback of one of Frankie's like fundamental moves and using that to finish this top tier executive officer for a Yonko crew. So with the Yamato fight against Kaido, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't really care about it. It's obviously just buying time for Luffy to recover, and it's like an emotional moment for Yamato fighting the father he hates so much. Shout out to Yamato reaffirming that he's Odin at the end. But I just don't care, man. I want, I want to know what Yamato's devil fruit is because I'm one of the people that's like positive that it's a mythical zone. So I want to see that. The most obvious, the most obvious answer is the nine-tailed fox, but if you remember, Katarina Devon got that fruit. So maybe I need to study my Japanese lore more to see what it could possibly be. I'm sure Tekking on Sunday will have a good answer to that. But yeah, I don't know what it could be. Um, Shout out to Kaido for his fish fruit hybrid form. It creeps me the fuck out in a way that no other shonen manga like affects me. I don't know what it is about the hybrid form. It just, ugh, it's yucky. But yeah, I want to know what Yamato's fruit is, but I just want that fight to be over because I want Luffy to come back. At the start of this fight, Luffy was here. At the start of this arc, Luffy was here. He got beat by Kaido. He went through the Udon prison thing, and he got leveled up. He got up to here with his Brio. He almost reached Kaido when he figured out the Conqueror's Haki imbuement to his blows, but he just couldn't quite get there. I want Luffy to come back and just murk Kaido. Um, and just shout out to chapter 1000. It was probably my favorite chapter in all of One Piece. That Red Rock attack, that was just amazing. Luffy really showed up for that fight, even though he lost. But that Red Rock was badass as hell. And it's a throwback to Ace too, because I feel like we as a fandom forget Ace while we're like rushing through the story. But Ace, he had a lot of emotional buildup. He was an important character. Um, his death was so impactful for a reason, and Red Rock just paid homage to that. So yeah, all in all, I this chapter was predictable. Just like the next one of the next few chapters is going to be Robin and Brooke fighting Black Maria. That's predictable as hell. But I loved seeing Franky get some love, taking down a top tier officer again. Because Franky slept on. He's silly and he's like super like obnoxiously macho. But Franky's a beast. We forget that a lot as a fandom. So I'm just glad that my man got some love. And Sasaki, I would love to know the science behind the Triceratops becoming a helicopter. So let me know in the comments if you guys can explain that. But yeah, this was a solid chapter. I would say 7.5 out of 10. It was good. It was not great, but it was good. And I enjoyed it. And I'm glad it happened. But I'm still moving towards the Luffy versus Kaido stuff. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. This was just my review of chapter 1019. So yeah, let me know. And I hate to say it, I know it's cringe, but please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And yeah,